Okay, so in this video we are going to look at purity seals. Well, the purity seal, we're going to take this, what I've got as a blood angel model as an example. Really concentrating on the sort of parchment bit that comes down below, but I do put the kind of waxy seal bit in a different colour just to kind of break it out from the red that's around his leg, just to give it a bit more so you can see what I'm talking about. This was originally going to be the whole thing, but due to losing some footage, trying to practice the tutorials, yeah, I lost that, so you just have to bear with me on that one. But we're just colouring the top bit to break it up from the bottom. So what we're aiming for here is a purity seal, an alternative way of doing a purity seal. Starting with Grax F Flesh, we're just going to base coat it in Grax F Flesh first of all. And there's many different paints you can use for this similar type of effect. It's a way of doing purity seals without putting the writing on in black, little scribbles on, just to make it kind of fool the eye into thinking that there is some writing on there, or that it's particularly faded. Perhaps he's had it for a long time and yeah, it's kind of worn out a bit, which would kind of happen. I suppose it would happen. So anyway, yeah, so we're just base coating the excuse me, purity seal there with the Grax F Flesh first of all. Oh, this is where we were still going to be doing the whole thing, and I chose to put some Carabao Crimson shade wash on top of the wax seal. Now this is a very good example of putting too much shade on, and therefore I went about cleaning it up. In the end I opted to just cover the whole thing with it and just clean up the edges. That's okay. I figured, you know, these purity seals, they're going to get messy anyway. They're going to get messy. One colour's as good as the next. Heck, might have had a blood splatter on it. So we're just kind of cleaning up what we've done. We've got the Carabao Crimson on there now. Later on I do put a highlight of Kindle Flame on there. That's the footage I lost, but we're not concerning ourselves with that. We're concerning ourselves with the bottom bit here. And next is Grax F Shade. Now we're going to put this on a little bit more carefully. So, valuable lesson there with the other one, where we have to clean it up, keep drying the brush and let the brush soak it up. On this one, just put a tiny little bit on. That's the tricky part when you're doing these tutorials. These areas are very small compared with what you see on the screen. So we've got our Grax F Shade. Next is Screaming Skull. Screaming Skull. So we're just going to apply there with Screaming Skull. Not too much. Particularly around the edges and across the middle. Still trying to keep some parts in shade. Still trying to maintain some of those bits of shadow there, which is good. Pallid Witch Flesh is next. We're doing essentially the same thing that we were doing with the Screaming Skull, but we're just slightly less, even less. So we're just building up highlight upon highlight, essentially. The end result is hopefully what we're looking for. From a distance, and the shadows and the different highlights give it the appearance of writing on the scroll itself already. So yeah. Hope you found that tutorial okay. Still a lot of practice to go, but there we are. One purity seal. Thank you for watching, guys.